if you've been watching my pantry challenge videos, you know that I've been making sprinkles, and it's time I show you. I have so many cool things. We have created 2 full sets of sprinkle stencils, one with just regular shapes, one with Halloween shapes. I need to figure out which ones of these I want to do today because I only have 10 slots to put them. We also have this very neat tray, and this is where I'm going to have them all dry out, because what I've been doing while I was testing and not eating those sprinkles was I was just doing it on my counter and they had cat feet in them. So we don't want cat feet, so we have this. It's got air hole slots on all 3 sides, so that way it'll have some airflow, and then of course there's airflow up front, but there's no room for cat feet or anything. So we're going to use this. Each tray has been designed to hold a 9x9 piece of parchment paper, which perfectly fits our stencil. So we are going to give this a try, and then it'll be a day or so before they're fully dry and we can take them out and look at them. But let's get going on mixing up this recipe. I'm going to do a 1/4 of a batch, which is what I've been working with, small amounts until I really nail down exactly what I'm doing and how much I need. I don't know how much it'll take to fill this entire thing. So I'm going to start with a 1/4 recipe. And this is the first time I'm doing it this specific way. I've been using egg whites, and I don't want to use egg whites because raw egg. Hi Milo. So what I'm going to do is use meringue powder, and we're going to mix it with a little bit of warm water, and we want it to dissolve completely before we move on to the next step with the eggs. So I'm going to take 2½ teaspoons of this powder and get it into my little bowl. And I'm going to measure these pretty precisely because I want to nail down my recipe. Okay, next up we're adding 2½ tablespoons of warm water to our mixture, and I have some warm water right here. 1, 2, well, I don't think I have a ½ tablespoon, so I'm going to do a teaspoon and a ½ teaspoon. I'm going to mix that up. And we need this to completely dissolve before we do the next step with it. But we can get everything else ready for our dry ingredients. Okay, 227 grams of powdered sugar. Okay, an 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'm gonna do about a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla powder. I would do 1 teaspoon if I was doing a whole recipe, and I'm remembering that I wanted to add a little bit of corn syrup next time I tried this, so that's what I think we should do. I need to remember how much I do though, so I think I'm gonna do 5 grams. This is to add some shine. I'm still working on getting the perfect recipe. Five. Okay. Let's check our egg white mixture, make sure everything is completely dissolved. Looks like we're mostly there. Yeah, get that added in. Let's mix it up. So this is going to make like a thick glue consistency, and I need to thin it out. So I'm working also on how much water I need because I've used all different consistencies and I haven't really found one that I love yet. Okay, so you can see that's real thick. I'm going to take this water back, and I think let's just add, I'm gonna do ½ of a teaspoon of water. We'll see if that's a good amount. All right, I can definitely tell that's still too thick, so I'm gonna do another ½ teaspoon. Just go little by little. I'm trying to figure out if I think we're good or if I think we need a little more. I think we're good. I think so. We can always add more if we need to. Let's see. We're pretty thick still though. No, I think I'm gonna go one more ½ of a teaspoon. And then call it good and hope I didn't go too far. So now the only thing that we need to add is the color, which I'm going to separate this into a few different colors. So we have our our nice, beautiful royal icing. Okay, I'm gonna grab these two. I'm gonna do orange and black, and we'll leave some in here that's white for Halloween. But I didn't think through what I want to do. I have so many different options. I mean, I could do more colors. Hi Lola, I did dinner. It's already out there for you. It's there, I promise. There is. I gave it to Milo when he came at 3:30. Should I show you? Look, it's dinner. Look, there's dinner right here. Dinner. That's dinner. Okay, my hands are a little colored now. I'm gonna add in a couple drops of orange, a couple drops of black. Okay, mix them up. Oh wow, that black is very black. Okay, I just got all the trays put on top because I feel like it'll be easier to put them in from the bottom. The only thing is that I had been doing this on top of like a silicone mat, and I'm just wondering if I want to do that again. I think I do. I think I want to still do them straight onto here. And maybe let's start with just some white circles. So I'm gonna set this down. I haven't done this yet with all of this together. So this is the first for me. The lip on the edge of this tray is the same size as the lip here, so we should be good. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Let's try it. I'm going to take some icing. You know, it's been about a week since I've made sprinkles, so this is like, how do I do this again? Icing might be a little thick, but we'll know for the next time. Okay, let's see if we can get this up nicely. Clean the edge, whoops. Should have had you over here to see that. It worked. But I think I shouldn't do it on the tray. I should transfer it because that just made the tray really messy. I wonder if I can get another one out of this. Okay, so I've learned that sometimes you can get more than one and sometimes you can only get one. So we're gonna try to get another one out of this. I have a feeling that I'm gonna need a lot more icing to do a full stack. Okay, let's see. There they are. Perfect. Okay, so let's see how transferring this goes. Totally fine. Okay, neat. Now, these ones don't look as good because it's the second round. I think a lot of them it just makes sense to just do one round at a time. Because these are definitely not as round. Here's the other ones for reference. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're like one-timers, then you wash them. You know what I might do? Since I know that these ones are not really right, I'm gonna just take them back as icing. Probably have to add a little bit more liquid to it, but that's okay. All right, let's pick another one to do. I want to do orange, and I think I want to do an orange triangle. I I did just wipe this off with a dry paper towel. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh gosh, it looks so cool. You can tell I was practicing in the tiniest quantities because the amount that I made here is very little. There's definitely a finesse to peeling the paper off, but we're getting there. Very cool. So it's definitely clear that I think I only made enough to do like 4, maybe 5 sheets max. I need to at least do a half of a recipe when I'm doing this. Let's do, should we do a spider or bat? Let's do bats, but I have 2 bats. Do I want to do big bats or little bats? Ooh, do I even have enough of this for bats? Because bats gonna take a lot. Well, we'll see. We'll do little bats. I really like the way that this looks with that corn syrup in there. Okay. Whew. This would be better if I had this pinned down, but I haven't been able to find something that gets it to actually stick. Here's how these are looking. Super cute. So I'm gonna get these in here, make some more icing, and continue to fill this tray, and then we will see them again once they've had time to dry. I am on my second to last one of these, and I wanted to show you that I kind of got a better groove going on. I am turning these sideways because then I can just hold the side, which is so much easier than holding the top. And I'm just sliding it in. It goes so much faster this way. This is my second batch. It's definitely half of a batch, which these were quarter batches. So half of a batch equals 1 full big tray's worth of sprinkles. So 1 more after this and we'll have them. Double check the edges, make sure everything's filled in, because some of them aren't. Oops, I smeared those a little bit. That's okay. The last one I did was perfect though. Okay, this is the 11th one. I realized I had some extra icing, probably enough to get 12, but I did realize the best way to pull these off is this direction. Oh gosh. Well, you know I do it fine when I'm not trying to show you, but this direction does that a little easier. Okay, so I clearly need to adjust the recipe to not be a half batch. It needs to be a little bit less, but I have these bats on this tray. It was a test tray, so it's pink because we didn't have the black yet. I have these are just gonna be for us, of course. These are just little hearts with all the leftovers and all different colors kind of swirled in. I just wanted to use up the rest of the icing. This was another extra that I got, and it has all different colors. So I was using them up, and then everything down here is the full set. So we will see those tomorrow, but I do want to taste the icing now that we're done with everything. Okay, icing. That is so good. The vanilla tastes great. That's gonna go in the sink because now that's done. And then everything else is just gonna sit on the other side of my counter until tomorrow. And a quick little update here. These did exactly what I didn't want them to do. Not all of them, but some of them. They got like white on them. So what I have learned by asking ChatGPT is that perhaps I put too much corn syrup in. So I did 5 grams for each of the quarter recipes, and I probably should have done 5 to 10 grams for the whole recipe. So I'm gonna try that. So these ones are just gonna be my little practice ones. And it happened here too. It's a little sad. Some of them turned out fine though, so I think we're moving in the right direction. Okay, so we've printed out this little sprinkle spout thing. I'm going to try to get these in here. I want to figure out the best way to get these into there and without breaking them. You know, I wonder if the best way is going to be, at least I have some to practice on. Let's see. Take off all these little ones that aren't real. That only kind of works. See, that got all of the little dusts. So I'm realizing that it'd be better if I can keep these cleaner as I do them. Oh, these look really cute together. Oops. Cute. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of like what pressure to use. Okay. So now, I think I want to try to take the ones that are really like white off. Of course, just like yesterday, this one was really easy and I didn't record it. That's just about how it goes though. So let's see. I just got through all of the black colored sprinkles. So let's move on to a different color. I probably should have not started with black. Let me get a paper towel to wipe this. Let's see, we've got some little orange jimmies, and you know what? These all look decent aside from like down here. So let's see. So what I've been doing is scrape off the edges and the ones that are definite no's. Actually, are probably pretty okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how cool. Get that edge off of there. You guys, it's not the most satisfying thing ever. Oops, that one touched me. I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, I stinking love that. Now the colors on these aren't as perfect as I would like, but we're practicing, we're getting there. I don't think it's that noticeable though on the orange. On the black it was pretty noticeable. Some of these come off easier than others, and I don't know why that is. I wonder if some of them were more dry than others. No, because that direction just worked really well. Like, can do this and I don't touch them or anything. And then I just tip them in. And then when they get out, I just put them in my secret stash of like the ones that weren't perfect. The ones that were, what do you call that? Like jimmies were very satisfying to watch them do this.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see how drastic that change in lighting was? Oh my gosh, this is strange. It reminds me of that time there was the eclipse and I was filming and I didn't know it. That was so drastic all at once. Holy moly. Like, that's kind of freaky. My eyes really struggled trying to adjust to that. Oh my, what is going on? Oh, here it's coming back. That is so weird. Was that just like one really ominous cloud? The heck? Okay, now for the fun part, the jimmies. These were so satisfying in the orange. What I don't know is what's the best way to mix them all together. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Take them from here, dump them into there, take maybe this side of the spatula because my one that looks like this is dirty. Give them a little mix. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look how stinking cute. That looks so cute. There it is. The full mix. Gotta say, I absolutely love it. All right, there we have it. We have made some very cute sprinkles, homemade sprinkles. I'm very excited about how they turned out. I have tasted them. Let me grab from my me bucket. They're delicious. They're like sweet with that little bit of vanilla flavor. So these are going to be my me sprinkles that I will use for decorating something cutesy. And then these ones are the ones that are like part of a set. So I'm gonna see if I can get them in cute little jars. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in more fun cooking videos, I will pop some here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.